Naples is one of the wealthiest cities in the United States with the sixth highest per capita income in America and the second highest proportion of millionaires per capita in the U.S. as well. It's known for its high-end shopping, world-class culture, and sophisticated dining, and of course its beach. It is also home to some world-class golf, and that's the reason Golf America is in Naples, Florida this week. If you've ever teed it up and played golf in Southwest Florida, chances are you've been on a course designed by Gordon Lewis. Lewis was born in Shawnee, Oklahoma, and has been a resident of Southwest Florida since 1978. The majority of Lewis's work can be found in the Sunshine State, with more than 80 courses between Marco Island and Tampa, including Heritage Bay Golf and Country Club in Naples. And when it opened in 2007, Heritage Bay was considered the new hidden gem in an area known for world-class golf. With the help of Jed Azinger, Gordon Lewis was able to craft out 27 holes of fantastic golf through the coastal woodlands of southwestern Florida. And throughout these 27 holes of golf, you'll find generous fairways off the tee to hit to. Yet, for those who can't find the short grass, there's plenty of trouble lurking.
Got water on a lot of holes, so if you miss by a lot off of the tee, you certainly can find trouble. But in general, we've got some flashing of fairway bunkers that define the fairways very well. The fairway areas are generous to hit at, and mostly the green complexes is where the teeth of the course is. If you don't hit it in the correct place and you don't manage your approach shots correctly, you can get yourself in some positions where you have a very difficult up and down or very difficult time two-putting.
And if you do find the sand off the tee, you won't be faced with the daunting task of having to put it back into play.
Our bunkers don't have huge lips. I mean, they're flashed up just a little bit to help with the visibility from a distance, but they're not overly deep. And you know, our greens do offer, you know, plenty of room. We have big greens here, lots of undulation, but they're big. The fairways give you plenty of options. There's plenty of room to hit it, which is a good thing. I mean, we play most of our rounds of golf in the wintertime down here. It is pretty breezy, so that wind, you know, makes the fairways a little bit narrower than they actually are, but there is plenty of room to hit it, absolutely.
And if you've ever played a Gordon Lewis design golf course, then you know the par threes can be some of the toughest holes on the entire layout.
I feel like the par threes are pretty challenging. We've got a good set of par threes because the green complexes are challenging. If you don't hit it in the correct place, it's going to be a difficult three on those holes. The par fours, again, we've got plenty of room to hit it off the tee. Some of the green complexes are very difficult. The par fives are definitely gettable. You can, you know, a good player can get around a lot of the greens in two, and you have the opportunity to score on the par fives.
And these 3 9-hole courses offer a fair test of golf regardless of your skill level.
We've got a full 6 sets of tees here all the way out to 7,000 yards, so there's plenty of length if you're a good player. If you're someone who doesn't hit it quite as far, we've got a tee for you also, so the golf course can be very playable from lots of different lengths.
If you can get aboard the putting surface in regulation and you're proficient with your flat stick, you can certainly score out here.
Absolutely, yeah. The putting out here is tricky. We've got lots of subtle breaks, and then we also have different sections of the green that are typically separated by a fair amount of slope. So if you've got a good flat stick going on a particular day, there's going to be lots of scoring opportunities.
And the same could be said for your short game.
You're going to hit it in a couple places around the greens because the complexes are challenging. You're going to be faced with a few shots around that you've just got to hit a good quality short game shot to give yourself a chance to save par. I would say the character of all 3 nines is very similar, but they each have a couple unique holes on them, so you definitely feel like it's a unique experience on each 9. Oak, which was the last 9 built, has a few less trees on it than pine and cypress. Pine and cypress are sort of carved through a cypress wetland area, so there's a lot more tree line. But again, the feel and flavor of the whole golf course is sort of generous landing areas off the tee with severe green complexes, and that's the same for really all 3 nines.
Heritage Bay Golf and Country Club in Naples, Florida. 27 holes of Louis Azinger designed championship golf. All part of the extraordinary lifestyle you can enjoy as a member of this member-owned private club.
Hi, I'm Mindy B from Fit for Golf, Fit for Life, and we're here at Porter's Neck Country Club in Wilmington, North Carolina. I've talked to you in the past about CARs, controlled articular rotations. We can use it for your ankles, we can use it for your toes. It's really just how can you move around a joint separate from other joints, segmenting each joint from another movement. It is very important to do that in your golf swing. One main reason would be club head speed. We really want that control to get the crack of the whip whenever we swing that club. So today I'm going to show you something called CARs for your rib cage. It is tough, especially when you've got maybe a little bit of a barrel rib cage. You've got a little extra weight around here. The next thing you know, there's not a lot of movement to the ribs. So I'm going to help you not only add a little bit of dimension and movement around your midsection for golf and for life, but you actually will move some organs around and feel a little bit better too, and help prevent injury in your low back, your upper back, and your scapula. Okay, so let's start. Place your feet about hip distance apart, maybe a little wider. Place your hands right here in the front of your shoulders or your chest, and I want you to pull down your shoulders. So you're standing tall. You do not move anything but your ribs. So you're going to be in cement pretty much from below your ribs and down. So you're going to round over. You can even drop your chin, pull your belly button in, and really feel the stretch about the back of the ribs. You're going to do a 90-degree turn of just your rib cage. Notice that I'm not moving my hips. You're going to lean back into a slight extension, which is what we do in our golf swing. You're going to have to really squeeze these glutes now to keep you still as you roll back into, I almost fell over there, into an extension. You're going to do a side bend and a rotation to your right, and then you're going to come back to center. Okay, let's do it one more time, the same direction, a little bit faster. Breathe. Like you're pushing through molasses. You're pushing through Play-Doh. You have resistance holding you back, so you're providing strength to all the muscles around that rib cage. Okay, let's go the other way. There's my waggle. Rotation to the right. Rotation with extension to the right. Extension back. I'm trying so hard not to put my hips forward. I'm going to turn to the left and rotate front. One more time. Abs tight, squeeze the glutes. Engage your abdominals, engage your glutes. They will hold you still like cement. Rotate around the rib cage and back to center. I feel it. It actually heats up my midsection, heats up my rib cage, and I feel like there's a lot more movement between my hips and my ribs, which is perfect for the golf swing. So use that. It's called CARS for your ribs. Controlled articular rotations. That will help you stay healthy for golf and for life.
We're in Naples, Florida this week. Some would argue that Naples is the golf capital of the U.S. Sheer numbers alone would make that argument. There's nearly 100 courses in the area. Then there's the quality of golf you'll find here. Some say you won't find any better. We're at Heritage Bay Golf and Country Club, home to 27 holes of fantastic golf. This Gordon Lewis Jed Azinger design features 6 par 5s, including the very gettable 7th here on the Pine Course. At 513 yards from the back tee, hole number 7 here on the Pine Course is the shortest par 5 here at Heritage Bay. It is also a reachable par 5.
If you want to go ahead and take it in a straight line and try to hit that green in 2, it only plays maybe about 440, 450 as the crow flies. So it's definitely reachable in 2 if you hit a good tee shot. I'm expecting to be able to have a long iron or maybe a hybrid into that green most of the time.
And if you're playing it as a 3-shot par 5, you want to lay up to a yardage you feel comfortable with.
You know, if you hit a decent tee shot and a reasonable hybrid or fairway wood for your second shot, you could still have a short iron into the green out from the right-hand side, and it also gives you a very good angle into that green. It opens up from over there, so you don't have to hit it over the greenside bunker that protects the front of the green.
On your approach shot, if you have an accessible pin, then by all means go for it. If not, take aim for the center of the green and 2-putt from there.
Certainly, if I'm hitting anything more than an 8 or 9 iron into that green, I'm going to be trying to hit it to the center when the pin's back left. When it's tucked in that back left corner, there's really only about 5-yard circle around that flag, and then you've got the bunker to the left, and then it runs off behind the green to the right. And long of that green is a very challenging up and down because it falls off pretty good, and you've got a very challenging shot from back there. You want to avoid being long if you can. Hello, Duke Bowen. I'm the PGA Master Professional and Director of Golf at Heritage Bay Golf and Country Club. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the finesse wedge shot. You know, most amateurs, they struggle to hit greens in regulation, and the key for them to reduce their score would be to turn 4 shots into 3 or 3 shots into 2. And this little finesse wedge shot is one of the areas that I see people really struggle with. So we've got a long par 4 here. We didn't hit a great tee shot, and so now we've got about 65 to 70 yards left to the flag. And if I can go ahead and get this up close to the hole, I'll give myself a chance to make par. The key to this shot is to make sure that you have your weight slightly forward. You don't want to be way ahead, but you want to have maybe 60 to 70% of your weight on your front foot. You want your hands slightly ahead of the ball. That's going to encourage a descending blow into the ball. And we want to make sure that through impact, we're going to let our body rotate through. I see a lot of people on this shot kind of hang back and try to help the ball up in the air, and then they either hit the ground first or they scull the ball, and of course, that's not going to lead to a good result. So we're going to put a little bit of front foot, hands ahead. We're going to make sure that we hit down through it and rotate through the shot. It'll look like this. So again, just to recap, a little bit of weight on the front foot, hands ahead, make sure that we rotate through and let our lower body clear. That's going to go ahead and help you hit down into the ball and make good consistent contact. Consistent contact is the key to having a good short game.
If you're familiar with Gordon Lewis and his design work, then you know he has a tendency to make some very long and challenging par 3s. Out here on the Cypress course, hole number 17, he's kind of gone the opposite direction. It only plays to 165 yards from the tips, yet this par 3 might be the most challenging of all 6 par 3s out here at Heritage Bay. Hole number 17 is certainly a nice looking golf hole. Though not the longest par 3 here at Heritage Bay, still, it's a good test of golf.
Particularly from the back tees, you're on the other side of the pond, sort of looking at the lake, looking at the bunkers that guard the front of the green. You get the beautiful cypress wetland in the background of that green, and so it's a very unique view. It's an intimidating shot. You've got a green that sits up a little bit, but it is protected all around by bunkers.
The green here at number 17 is certainly big enough, but there's plenty of distractions in and around the green complex to make your mind wander.
So you really need to concentrate and hit a good solid shot.
And the key to scoring on this golf hole is to be in the right location relative to where the pin is at.
And so if you are above the hole, that would be a severe downhill, down-grain putt, and you wouldn't have to give it a whole bunch of speed for it to get away from you. So you have to be careful. Distance control is very important. Obviously, you don't want to come up short either, because then you're in the bunker. But if you get it, 15, 20, 30 feet past that hole, it's going to be a very difficult two-putt.
We're the Sunshine State this week, and more specifically in Naples at Heritage Bay Golf and Country Club. This gated golf course community was originally started by Lennar and features a Gordon Lewis Jed Azinger design layout that opened for playback in 2006. And about 5 years later, the members purchased the club off the developer. In 2014, the golf course underwent some renovation work. And more recently, a lot of money was spent on the main clubhouse, where they added a brand new grill room. A resort-style pool was added, and right next to the pool is a gorgeous hangout known as the Cabana at Heritage Bay. Here's the great thing about Heritage Bay. When you buy a home here, you are automatically a member of Heritage Bay Golf and Country Club. And that means you can enjoy 27 holes of incredible golf. And when you're not teeing it up, you can work on your game at the club's distinctive Aqua driving range. If you're into tennis, then you'll love Heritage Bay.
We have 7 tennis courts, and our tennis program is very robust and vibrant. We also have 2 pickleball courts, which, as you know, pickleball is, the demand for that is growing throughout the country.
Within the recently renovated clubhouse, you'll find a warm and inviting atmosphere. A well-stocked golf shop. There's both formal dining and casual dining at the all-new grill room.
We want it to make it feel like an environment of an extension of their home, and we like to provide that amenity to our members.
And right next to the main clubhouse is the Lifestyle and Fitness Center, featuring top-of-the-line equipment for those looking to get and stay in shape. The center is also home to an incredible resort-style pool
with a wade-in beach entry.
And right next to the pool is the Cabana at Heritage Bay, a great indoor-outdoor venue where friends and neighbors get to socialize. Heritage Bay, offering the best of both worlds. A private golf course community just minutes away from the Gulf of Mexico, and shopping and dining in downtown Naples.
I believe we're in a good location here, and everybody wants to come to Naples, so it's a great location.
Our final look at the 27-hole Gordon Lewis Jed Azinger design layout here at Heritage Bay Golf and Country Club brings us out here to hole number 27 on the Oak Course. This is a great par 4 in which to end your round. You have water lurking down the right-hand side, out of bounds to the left, so it requires a really good tee shot if you want to end your round of golf on a high note.
So the 27th hole has got a beautiful backdrop. We've got our brand new renovated clubhouse right in the background with the wedding gazebo and the wedding lawn there that you can see from the whole way down the fairway.
Off the tee to the right, there's plenty of H2O.
And we've got, a fairway bunker down the left-hand side, so there's plenty of room to hit it, but like some of the other things I've been describing, there's lots of distractions also, so you've got to really focus, hit a good tee shot down the middle of the fairway.
Hole 27 is not overly long, so if you hit a good tee shot, you could find yourself with a short iron in your hand as you attack this green.
And have an opportunity to go ahead and make a birdie maybe, to a green that doesn't have as much undulation as some of the other greens.
And while wind does play a factor in this hole, more often than not, it's a crossing wind.
The prevailing wind for most of the year is an east wind here, so that's going to be a right to left wind off the tee, which does help a little bit because the water's on the right hand side, so we've got wind coming off the water. It does help, but in the afternoon, a lot of times we do get a reversal of that. We get a west wind in the afternoon, so in the afternoon, it's going to help push it out into the lake. It's a good finishing hole. I like it. You've got to hit a good tee shot. There's enough of a challenge there that it's a little bit nervy, and it does give you the opportunity, if you hit 2 good solid shots, you can make it 3.
And that's going to do it for this week's show. We do want to give special thanks to Matt Renner, Duke Bowen, and the entire staff here at Heritage Bay Golf and Country Club in Naples, Florida. A private member-owned club that's amenities rich with some great golf. I'm Alan Hunter for all of us here at Golf America. Hit 'em long and straight, and we'll see you next time.